Hi guys, this video is going to be about my space models, not Star Trek, not Star Wars, mostly NASA related. And if we start off with the biggest box of the bunch, you can hear something rattle around here. It is the Apollo spacecraft and interior. If we move my chair a bit, there you can see better. It has the command module and the supply unit. Now these aren't exactly how they're supposed to be, but you can manage if you're not too picky. Came with the paint, brush and glue. This is a 40-year anniversary model. See if we can't adjust the angle a bit. There. So 69, it should have been 2009 then. So it's been lying on my shelf a few years. I think I got this one in 2010 actually, so I was a bit late. It's a 1/32 scale, so I can find some teeny tiny astronauts and we'll be done in a couple of weeks. You already saw this guy when I was tilting the camera a bit. This is also a 40-year anniversary. I started on most of these kits, but this is probably the one I've gotten furthest on. So if we pull him to the foreground, and we turn him a bit, you can see better there. Now, there is a few, walking away from the camera here, and I'm looking for my little flashlight. Apparently I have it in my bedroom, so no, it's here. Now, one big boo-boo I made. See if we can do this. Well, we can't, because it isn't strong enough. This guy, I made an error, a big boo-boo. I never painted the guy inside, so if you shine a bright light behind him, he's pretty much see-through. Now the backpack, I did do a black paint inside, so I might just drill a hole somewhere in the guy and pour in some paint, black paint, and tape it up and just shake him around a bit, because I covered up the seam lines, oops, pretty good. Yeah, I know, you're not supposed to be here. Oops. I need to do some extra work on this backpack, it looks like. But he's pretty much ready to put together. can turn this so I can see a bit. The visor is going to get a better job. Right now, the only thing I did to it was add the illusion of the visor handles. And my camera wants to identify this guy as a real dude, so that's a bit funny. Well, it is a face, so yeah, the camera is in a box, so I still have it. The shoes, I did one major. Let's see if we can zoom in on them. No, there, a bit better. Now, these two at the bottom and the three up top were not supposed to exist. Okay, we zoom down then. Stupid machine. So I don't know if I'm going to fill in those. The three up top here. Damn, zoom. So those three up, 1, 2, and 3, I need to fill in because they don't exist, as well as the two down here. That's because I more or less redid the entire sole of the boot. I'm gonna take pictures, post it on the forum. These are more or less just power cables that I have used surgical tape on, thin white tape you can buy at the drugstore. I don't know if it's called surgical tape, but it's very thin and white, and well, it was actually good at masking with when I did some other models. The hand here I had to fill in a bit because it was a groove or something. It was supposed to grab hold of this, excuse me, of this ladder, but the guy didn't, so I had to fill that in. So that's that model. And if you do a good enough paint job, I don't know if you can see this text, is actually Neil Armstrong's famous word. It's one small step for man, for a man, one giant leap of mankind. Sea of Tranquility. Moon, July 20, 1969. So that goes back in the box it stays in. Now we are going to the moon with this guy. This is basically a smaller version of the big box I showed you first. Command module, service module, lunar lander, stage 1, stage 2. Now, stage 2, I'm going to try to have this so he just blasted off from the moon, because this unit I'm going to take away and use on that big sucker. So it's going to stand right up there. And if we tilt up, it wouldn't go that far. So if we do it like this, then there. Now you see most of my ceiling, pretty much. So that's where that is going. Now I did get one with box, but I'm not gonna paint this. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm actually going to give it away to someone. I have an idea of who, but anyway. So that's my big model. You can actually take it apart. We put this thing back together where it's supposed to be. There. Here is the last stage that pushes the rocket, the last piece, into space. Here is the second stage, and here's the first stage. Now, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's the mo. Now, this thing, most of this is finished. I just have this guy left to, sorry. Most of this unit is finished. This guy still needs work. As you can see, the black paint on this wasn't pretty good when I painted it, so it has some runnings. The different see if we can't tilt this thing down again. The different colored foliage is actually just an ordinary foliage with a bit of red paint above it, because I wanted that. It's supposed to be orange color foliage. And I notice my hands, whenever I move this thing, it zooms the crap out of it. Anyway, that's that. This is the stand for the rocket. See if we can place this here. It's the first time I tried this, so I don't think I can get it to work. So there, and there, something like that. I still haven't finished masking this, so this top unit I have painted, actually, as you can see, if you can't. I've covered the over the text, and this is, I need to give this a few more coats. As you can see, it's still black up here. Other than that, this last stage is actually finished. So if we remove this, hopefully we can make it to the end. Oh yeah, talk about moon landing. I actually have a larger model standing over there of the actual moon lander. So this Jupiter C launch platform. This is from 1958. As you can see, US Army, or there, US Army. I have one decaled rocket, and I have one that's just clear white. It is actually some color difference between them. And I don't mean the white down here. I also think you can see it, but this one is a bit flatter white. This is a bit more brighter white. And the story with this, and I had two, it's not that I wanted to, but I lost the instructions for one. Then I bought a new one. They were fairly cheap. And then about 2 weeks later, I found the instructions for the first one. These cost about 129 Swedish, so 129 divided in 6.5, so there you have it. Use the calculator or do it in your head, I don't care. If we tilt up, we have a space station. Now, this space station, I'm not going to move it because the focus goes right out the window, I'm afraid. So, I'm going to take pictures and just a few because I need to fix this up. The shuttle stands on the solar panels here. They go on each side, one here, one on the other. I actually have two antenna dishes that's going to go onto this, but they're in a box right now, or a small storage. Anyway, this, I think, it says Space Operations Center, but to my knowledge, United States never built a space station like this. So this is just, and it's made by Boeing, so this is just a what if station, I believe. This unit is going on the other side, so it gets a bit more balance. Originally, this Atlantis, the space shuttle, is parked here. A clear, similar to this one, goes out here, but I don't have that part right here right now. Actually, I have the part. But it's a bit sawed off because I wanted to have this on a separate stand, but I'm thinking of redoing it a bit. And if you want to see a piss poor job, I'm going to redo the entire underside of this shuttle. That's about it for my space junk. Because right now it feels like it's junk. I will try and get a genuine company manufactured launch platform for the Apollo 5 rocket, as well as a launch platform for the shuttle. But I have been told they're pretty big, so who knows. Right now I just need to be satisfied with the Jupiter C launch platform, so they're small enough. Anyway, that is it for my NASA stuff, and I'm gonna be putting this out hopefully by the end of the next week. I'm gonna start working on them. So goodbye.